What's up, everybody? It's your girl Megan, show fitness instructor. And today I'm going to be going over some balancing exercises and progressions that you guys are going to need to know if you want to pass your NASM CPT. Now, if you guys haven't heard already, we just launched our new tier, Pass NASM in 7 days. In little as 1 week, become a certified personal trainer. Part of this tier, not only are you going to get our study guide, you're also going to be able to attend live study sessions, which are also recorded and uploaded on our platform, get extra quiz questions with video explanations, and of course, our roadmap to pass in 7 days with extra video links. All these resources have been so successful that we've helped over 4,000 people pass this thing. And the reason why is because it focuses on the key concepts that you guys need to know to pass, and it trims the fat off that huge 700 plus page textbook so you don't have to waste time or money reading it. If you're looking to join that tier, go ahead, click on the link in the description below and use my code Meagan25 to get your first time discount of $25 off. And the great thing about this tier is not only will you pass in 7 days with it, but because of that, you'll still have 3 weeks free of continued access to our own SUF-CPT course, best CPT out there, where you're actually going to learn how to program, anatomy, sales, business, everything that takes to make this a long-lasting and successful career. So today I'm going to be going over balancing exercises. Now, if you guys have seen my other videos, you know that there's a lot of concepts that we talk about. One of that being the OPT model, that there's 5 phases, but 3 levels. So I'm going to be focusing on the first level, which is stabilization. So these are for your beginning clients, deconditioned clients, clients that are just starting, but we're talking about NASM specifically. So when we look at phase 1, level 1, stabilization, balancing exercises, these exercises, the balancing leg is not moving at all or barely moving, if that. And so I'm going to demonstrate some balancing exercises for you guys in the proper order. So most regressed to most progressed. So the easiest to perform, and then it's going to get more increasing in difficulty, challenging as we go on. So the basic one that you guys have, and you guys can find on page 554 in the NASM textbook. Once again, don't recommend reading, but we always get people that want to know, so you can look at that page if you have to. But I'm going to demonstrate so you really don't. The first one that you're going to see is going to be a tandem stance. And so tandem is just pretty much heel to toe here. So you're literally just balancing like this. Now they say if this is hard, then you find something sturdy by them so they can hold it or whatnot. But that would be the easiest one. From there, we're going to go to a single leg balance. So that's literally where you're just balancing on one leg here. And when you look at the pictures in the book, it's literally barely off the floor. It's not anything crazy. So it looks exactly like this. The next one that you're going to see is a single leg balance and reach. So once again, this balancing leg isn't moving, and I'm just reaching with this other leg here. So I could be going forward, I could be going sideways, I could go all around, doesn't matter. It's reaching, but this balancing leg isn't moving. From there, you can see a single leg hip external and internal rotation. And if you guys can't see, I do have a brace on here, so I'm still recovering from ACL meniscus surgery, so still going to be safe with that. So I might take breaks in between, but remember always, once again, that this balancing leg isn't moving. So the single leg hip external and internal rotation, balancing leg isn't moving. I'm just coming here like that and opening up. And the box is in the way. There we go. So once again, just external and internal rotation of the hip there. The next one that you guys would see that we progressed to would be a single leg lift and chop. Now I don't have the ball over here, but I did bring a small ball. Just pretend like it's going to be a big medicine ball. So what you're going to do is you're going to hold the ball from a down and lift it up and then chop it. So coming here, once again, balancing on this leg still. So super easy, but once again, making sure this leg is balancing and this leg isn't touching the floor. Single leg lift and chop. Next one that you guys will see would be a single leg and arm motion. So it's going to be contralateral. We're looking at here opposite side. So opposite leg, opposite arm that's moving. So we're coming here. It's just going out, holding it, and you can come back, right? So you could do either side. Once again, I'm just doing this side because my other side is injured, but just making sure it's the opposite arm, opposite leg that's moving there. From there, you can go to a single leg windmill. Make sure that arms are straight out. Once again, balancing on this right leg, barely lifting the other leg off the floor, but I want to make sure I stay as stable as possible here. The last one that you guys are going to have is a single leg throw and catch. So this one you would obviously have a partner with, but it's literally just doing a single leg balance once again, and then you're throwing the ball back to your partner. Now, of course, you can increase the difficulty on this one just by standing further apart. There are different ways that you can also increase the difficulty if you can already perform them by using different balance modalities. So that's what I have behind me, what you guys can see here. So all these exercises within themselves, you can make more challenging by going from these things. So you can literally just do it on the floor, most basic like we did. You could do it by going on a balancing beam next. So don't have a balancing beam, but it's just a smaller box than this height-wise of wood. So it's a balance beam where you're just balancing on it. Pretty easy still. From there, you go to a half foam roller. We don't have one, but you just cut this in half, and then you would be standing on this side. It would also be way shorter. It's not the full length of this. From there, after that, we're going to have a foam pad or an Eric's pad. So it's literally just this squishy kind of square. They just balance. After that, once again, we don't have this. Most of this equipment you'll see at rehab facilities. Wouldn't really expect to see because, once again, a lot of this stuff we're not even going to use while you're training your clients. It's going to be more for rehab purposes. So maybe it's accessory movements, but these shouldn't be our strength-focused exercise that we're looking at here. But this next one that we have is going to be a balancing disc. Don't have one, but it's squishy like this ball, but it's going to be a lot flatter and wider, and you just be balancing on it. Then from there, we do not have it as well, but a wobble board, kind of pictured like a skateboard, but just like a block or a circle, and there's like a little circle in the middle. So you're just balancing side to side or back and forth, whatever way it is. And then the most progressed, of course, is we're going to have our Bosu ball here, which you could just balance as well. So those are all the balance modalities, once again, in order. What you would see is from the floor to a balance beam to half a foam roller to an Eric's pad, aka foam pad, to a balancing disc, to a wobble board, and then to the Bosu ball. So just by doing all those exercises before, if you added those balance modalities, it would make it more challenging. It would progress the movement. Now, once again, all the exercises that I said before are in the phase 1 stabilization. And so with that being said too, I demonstrated all these exercises because people have said that they want to see it. But to be fair, honestly, the only one that I would really focus on for you guys is going to be the single leg balance here or the single leg balance and reach. That's one of the common ones, and even if you don't remember those, just the main concept that you have to know for balancing exercises in the phase 1, level 1 stabilization is going to be that this balancing leg isn't moving whatsoever at all. And so with that being said, of course, there are 2 more levels that we have, strength and power. I will cover that in other videos, so make sure to stay tuned for those ones. This was just a quick view at what the balancing exercises look, their progressions, regressions. Once again, regressions would be just making it easier to perform if they can't perform it for that specific phase 1 stabilization, level 1 stabilization. With that being said too, I've said it in other videos as well, but maybe a question that you could see would be something along the lines of how would you progress a movement basically from 2 feet bilateral to 1 foot unilateral. And so you're always going to go from 2 feet stable to 1 feet stable. And then from 2 feet unstable, which just means using any balancing modality that we just talked about. So 2 feet unstable to 1 feet unstable. That is another maybe trick question that you could see. And once again, make sure if you want to pass this thing as fast as possible to join our online internship level 1 SUF-CPT tier, which you can find at www.showupfitness.com. You can always message me on Instagram at active ACT7VE, as well as Meagan at showupfitness.com for my email. Of course, if you guys didn't know already, we do have our in-person locations, which I'm currently at, our La Jolla one, where you can gain that hands-on experience. Next one is October 2nd. So make sure to reach out to me if you want to attend that one. And of course, always comment below if you have any questions. And if you can't come to us, don't worry, we'll come to you. We have weekend seminars occurring every month or so. Next one, we're hitting Florida. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and let me know. And remember, if you want to become a great, successful personal trainer, all you got to do is show up. It's your girl, Meagan, out of here.